This week we're beginning a new book, the book of Bamidbar, book of Numbers. And we start with this week's Torah portion, which is called Parashat Bamidbar, which really means in the desert. As we know, the Jewish people were enslaved in Egypt. God brought them out. We just celebrated the holiday of Passover, which commemorates, and we remember that we were people who God took out from Egypt, from a place of slavery. And we come into this desert. It is a desolate, empty space. And we are traveling. We're traveling from a slavery to a freedom. Freedom to enter into the land of Israel. Freedom to become partners with God, to take on and accept and become in relationship with God through the Torah that he gives to us on Mount Sinai in the holiday of Shavuos, which is coming up next week. Rabbi Jonathan Sacks speaks about this desert space as a liminal space, as an in-between place. Jewish people were slaves, they had a slave mentality, and they had to come into this desolate place to work on themselves, to grow, to become the people that were worthy of receiving the Torah and then worthy of going into the land of Israel. A place to change and reshape and recreate themselves. We are also in a period where we count. We count from the beginning of from the holiday of Passover until the holiday of Shavuos. We count 7 weeks, but each of those counting days are days where we look at ourselves. We look at different character traits we have and ways in which we can improve who we are. We can work on ourselves to become the people that we are meant to be. There's a famous story told about Rav Zusha. And he's on his deathbed, and his students come to him and they see that he's crying. And they say, "Why, Rabbi, are you crying?" And he says, "Because when I get to the heavenly throne, they're not going to ask me why I was not like Moses, the most holy of all people, a man like no other. They're not going to ask me why I wasn't like Moses, because I wasn't Moses, and that wasn't my mission. But the heavenly court will ask me, was I the best Rav Zusha that I could be? Did I become the person that I had the potential to be?" And that's what he was crying about. So when we think about the liminal space that the Jewish people were in when they left Egypt, they're in the desert, they're going towards Mount Sinai to get the Torah, they're working on themselves to merit to go into the land of Israel. Perhaps we can see that journey as the process of becoming. And that is exactly what our lives are. Perhaps we can think of our lives also as a liminal space, a space between the time we're born and the time that we're born into the next world. And this is a place of recreating and manifesting ourselves and becoming the best people that we can be, that we're born with great potential. We're born with the capacity to connect to God and connect to each other and do good and partner with God to bring blessings and goodness and light into the world. And so at the end of our liminal space of life, can we, please God, with God's help, become the best people that we were meant or have the potential to be?